This was an interesting tweet, and CA, we gonna play a little game of am I making too much out of this?
Okay.
So Dove Kleiman, NFL at NFL_Dove Kleiman on Twitter, was tweeting about how the Chiefs are coming off a Super Bowl win, and Patrick Mahomes has a 10-year, $503 million deal that's ready to set in, and how also that $50-some million average annual value might actually be a little bit of a deal when it comes to a cap hit when you start thinking about where it will slot after the likes of Lamar Jackson, Justin Herbert, Joe Burrow, Jalen Hurts end up getting their contract. It's one of those things that, a lot of folks have talked about with the Dak Prescott or just with any quarterback is when you pay them and then the next person gets paid and the market keeps going up.
Exactly.
And it ends up being somewhat of a deal. Now, not to get into that talk, but Micah Parsons, who has been very vocal and outspoken in very many ways, whether it's in front of a microphone or on Twitter, tweets, in quote tweeting this, he tweets, "Man, at some point, it's not about money no more. It's about winning." And I guess I would like a follow-up with Micah Parsons because Micah Parsons is going to be set to make money next offseason.
Money.
Big money, right? Like he's a defensive player of the year caliber player.
He's probably going to be the highest paid linebacker or defensive player in the NFL.
CA, you think he actually going to put a little money on the table to make sure that they can win? No? Like that quick?
Micah's talking one way. His agent going to be talking a completely different game. His agent has already figured out what the money going to be. Michael, shut your mouth. You can say all that stuff. That's how you feel, but we got to take care of your generational family. You got to take care of your kids. That's what's going to happen. He's saying these things because Patrick Mahomes got a legacy going here. And he's like, Patrick Mahomes got something going strong. He wants to keep it in place. This does not apply to Micah Parsons personally. You follow me? And then he can blame the agent for I wanted to do it a certain way, but I got to take care of my family. That's what they always say, and that's what's going to happen. His agent, by the way, is not going to be Cowboy friendly.
No,
not at all.
And that's one of the tough things for the Cowboys is that when an agent doesn't get Cowboy friendly, there's not a lot of folks that listen to our station or that follow the Cowboys that have a lot of belief in the Cowboys' ability to win that.
His agent has made some incredible deals, and do not be surprised if the deal he makes with Micah Parsons makes him the highest defensive player ever. Not just, it'll fit in the cap for the Cowboys. A lot of these agents know about the salary cap, and that's why I talk to the agents because they know they got to keep their clients happy, and they got to keep the clients, and they got to get clients. They got to know every year how much is supposed to go up. They got to know that $110 billion streaming rights deal and 48.7% goes to the union. They know all those numbers. They also got to know, guess what, Dak Prescott, it's in your best interest to wait to 2024 because you'll get paid real big money then. That's why Dak Prescott, at the time when people say, Dak's not going to get $30 million, I'm like, that's the floor. Are you kidding me? And his deal was he wanted 4 years. The Cowboys wanted 5. They wanted that 5th year because they could franchise tag him after that and would still be paying him less than market value. Dak Prescott's agents knew that. That's why Dak Prescott kept saying, I want 4 years because he wanted it to hit just when that TV money got kicked in real good. That's the things the agents got to know.
Absolutely. I wishful hoping for Cowboys fans, but also at the same time, it's not a big deal because I don't think any Cowboys fan is going to be upset when he ends up being the highest paid.
Oh yeah, you got to do what you got to do to keep it because he's in his prime and he's young.
Yeah.
903 says, Tolo 903 says, CA, I love you, but just like Teddy Pendergrass said back in the old days about Zeke, I think we better let him go. Let him go. Look like another little TKO. Had to go there.
Oh, man. Okay, so one more quick Cowboys note before we move it along. You familiar with a certain man named KaVontae Turpin?
Oh, yes. You mean the Pro Bowl kick returner for the Cowboys?
That's right. He wants to be a Pro Bowl something else, or at least not just a kick returner, as he was making it known that, he wants to have a more impressive role in the offense. He said his goal for 2023 is that he wants to show the Cowboys that they have no choice but to use him on the offense. We've been talking a lot about this wide receiving core and making sure that they need to add pieces. Do you anticipate seeing a little bit more KaVontae Turpin in the offense, especially as Mike McCarthy fashions it as his own?
It depends on what Mike McCarthy wants. It's not the offensive coordinator. The offensive coordinator is going to install whatever Mike McCarthy wants. He's seen what KaVontae Turpin can do. Maybe he felt like Kellen Moore wasn't using him properly. I'm not talking about Turpin. I'm talking about Mike McCarthy. And I'm not saying he should be a major factor, but the dude, the threat of him, have him run deep. Think about it. Just have him run deep from time to time. Have him out there, not just the reverses. Have him run deep. You got to respect it, because if he's open, he's gone to the house.
Well, this is the tough thing about that, is just being fast in what gets you going. Like, I always remember what I think it was Darius Hayward-Bay when he got drafted. And if I remember correctly, he got drafted to the Raiders because that's the Al Davis mentality. Get somebody fast. Darius Hayward-Bay didn't end up being like an incredible receiver in this league, but he was fast.
Yeah.
And so it can't just be about speed, right? Like, there's got to be some level of getting open. There's got to be like,
well, you got to make them pay. In other words, they're going to ignore you if you don't make them pay. There's got to be some. In other words, you might have to spring him with some blocking or some picks, whatever it is.
Yeah, but I just don't know that he is the caliber of wide receiver to do that.
You don't know if he has hands?
I don't know if it's hands. I don't know if like what portion of the packaging
so little.
Is like, I don't think that he has that, because, and I hate to do this to the man, right? Because sometimes people just don't get the right opportunities. There's a reason why he was in the USFL and you went and got him, right? Like,
he played all over the world.
There's portions of that too, and I feel like if he was that capable of wide receiver to make that level of impact, he would have been on an NFL roster. And again, people miss gems all the time.
Maybe he found his role.
I feel like his role is being a kick returner.
And you know what?
And a damn good one at that.
Let him try in the wide receiver room, but I don't mean he's going to get it. Let him have a dream.
Well, if you telling me that the Cowboys didn't let him try this year, then I got real questions.
Well, see, here's the deal.
You know what I mean?
We really don't know, because Kellen Moore misused Tony Pollard for years. We have no idea if he actually was misused. We really don't know. Again, I'm not putting all of my chips in on him at all. And I say get a veteran wide receiver.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I look, from the 214, Ryan Switzer recently mentioned on social media he never understood why the Cowboys never utilized him on offense, right? So
same size.
There's some of those, small, shifty wide receivers that maybe you could say the Cowboys haven't done a good job of utilizing. I'm interested to see. He believes in himself, and we're going to see if Mike McCarthy believes in him in that way in order to utilize him.
Well, put it like this. The worst thing that could happen is he's still a kick returner.
And again, Pro Bowler.
Pro Bowler.
Like, I think that's
a weapon.
That's something that people will take.